Right, Mark, you were very measured post-match after the FA Cup defeat against Carlisle. How have things been since Tuesday night?
Been good. It's important, like I say, we get back to basics and do what we're good at. And yeah, we've worked hard since we got back, and we're looking forward to a tough game.
Yeah. At the moment, there just seems to be almost that, I've used the word, just that little bit of icing on the cake missing at the moment.
Yeah, we're missing chances, or chances not being quite as good as they should be. So we need to be better at the top end of the pitch for certain. So that's been our work. We know what we're going to face tomorrow, so we're ready.
Yeah. Northampton, a game you're going to relish? I mean, obviously you go back a long way with Keith Curl, a manager you've got a lot of respect for.
Yeah, they're on a great run. Obviously they had a hiccup at Exeter last week in a close game, but before that they were on a fantastic run. I went to watch them against Notts County, and we know it's going to be a tough game. We know we've got to stand up to them. We've got to be able to defend well. They're organised, they're effective, they run, they press high up the pitch. So we have to do what we do and do it really well. And we have our strengths, they have their strengths, we have our weaknesses, and they have some weaknesses. And it's about who exposes whose weaknesses and who plays to their strengths.
Yeah. You take a look at Keith Curl's squad, quite different to yours in lots of ways in terms of there's a raft of experience in that squad. You've got the likes of Chris Lyons, Alan McCormack, who probably was with you at Swindon. What do you expect from them on Saturday?
Well, they have, with that experience, they have that sort of know-how in games, and they know how to manage a game, and invariably they make more good decisions than bad. Alan McCormack was I was at Swindon, and a great pro, and you know exactly what you're getting. I think he's like, you put him on the pitch and he organises everything and gets them going. And it was very good when I watched him last week. But they have got a lot of players like that are experienced. Andy Williams, who was at Swindon when I was there, was fantastic at Swindon. Verdane, Oliver, Chris Lyons, like you say, Jordan Turnbull, Wharton on loan, Charlie Good, Steve Arnold, ex-Forest Green. So they have a lot of experienced players, but good players as well.
Yeah. With all that in mind, how will Keith set his team out? Is it a footballing team, or is it up and at them?
They do what they have to do to win a game. They do what they have to do. There's no right way or wrong way to play football. They've got some big lads. They're really good on set pieces, and they'll be doing whatever they can to win a game of football, and that's how it should be.
What are your thoughts on Keith Curl as a manager and as a human being? You sort of almost grew up with him, didn't you?
Yeah, I was a boy at Bristol City, and he was good to me as a pro. And when he was a pro, he was good to me. And I had a lot of good sort of pros around at that time. Dave Moyes, Curley, Steve McLaren. And they were good. They were really good to me when I was a young boy. So I have a lot of respect for that. And Keith's had a really good managerial career, real good playing career. And now he's done well. He's turned Northampton around, and they're looking like they're a good bet to be up and around it at the end of the season. Yeah.
Frustrating game there last season, undone at the death. But is it a place you enjoy taking your teams to?
It's a nice place to go. I think it's a decent stadium, and the pitch, will be flat and it'll be firm, and which is what we like. So, we're looking forward to the game.
Yeah. How frustrating have the last two games been? Do you get too low, or do you try and stay, as I used the word, measured before?
I think it's important to be like that, and because I think if you lose it and the players sense that, and Scunthorpe game we should have won. We got kicked to pieces. We got kicked off the pitch. So we'll have to, we know that we're not going to get any protection from the referees. We have to stand up now and become tougher. And all I'll say is we expect the same leniency if we make horrendous tackles that the opposition get now. So we have to stand up. We have to be a bit tougher. Yeah, we got some young players, but they have to toughen up. Like I say, we should have beat Scunthorpe, missed a penalty at 0-0. And in my opinion, it wasn't a game we should have lost the other night.
Yeah. You made 5 changes the other night. if you won the game, everyone would say you're manager of this season. You lose the game, people probably start questioning things a little bit. Is that fair?
Fair, they're entitled to our opinion. Jack Aitchinson, we just got him out of the ice bucket after being kicked all over the pitch on Saturday, so there was no way he was going to play. Matty Stephen was out on his feet, he had to rest. Joe Mills was ill with tonsillitis, and I put a goalkeeper in because our goalkeepers have not kept the ball out the net enough, in my opinion. So we tried to change that.
Yeah. I've seen the footage of Don Bernard's kick, karate kick. It would have been a sort of cage fighting chop. What are your thoughts on that? And firstly, how is Dom?
Dom's all right. Still got a bit of a sore head, cut, but goes back to what I was saying. We're not going to get any protection from the referees because that's been proven over a couple of years now. So if people are going to be allowed to kick our players with their knee and their studs in their head, we have to deal with it and get on with it.
Yeah. With that in mind, I just want to go through the bumps and bruises. Elliot Freer?
Elliot Freer's fit.
That's good news then, because you've definitely missed his impact.
He's fit to be involved tomorrow, yeah.
Yeah. Joe Mills?
Joe Mills is fit.
Good. Jack Aitchison?
Fit.
And how's George Williams getting on? I know you're looking at January for George.
George has just come back from St George's Park, where he's done 2 weeks of real tough rehab. So he will be starting out on the grass on Monday, running.
Yeah.
So we're pleased with that.
Despite back-to-back defeats, you look at the league table, you're in the automatic promotion places.
Yeah,
life's not that bad.
Yeah,
now.
no, we're in a great position. We mustn't lose sight of that as a club, as fans, as players, staff. We mustn't lose sight of that. We're in a great position. We have a good run of games coming up now, of some real good tough games. Northampton, good team. Swindon, good team. And we got Stevenage, Macclesfield. So we have some good games, and I think it's important that we embrace that, and we really look forward to them.
Without piling any pressure on, with 3 teams able to go up this season, it's a bit like the old school days, isn't it? So it is a good season to get promoted.
I think it's always a good season to get promoted. And did anybody expect us to be there? Probably not. So we're there on merit. We've played some really good football. Listen, we've lost a couple of games. One of them's in the FA Cup. So nobody's died. And we just got to keep going.
If you look at the league table, Mark, there's probably 12 teams that are in contention for automatic promotion. Newport are 12th at the moment.
Yeah, anyone can come from way back, and because it's so open, and there's a lot of teams beating each other. So we have to just focus on what we're doing, make sure we're prepared, make sure we work hard, and we're ready for the games.
Yeah. Just finally, one more from me. Reece Brown's been made available for transfer in January. Is that something you would possibly be able to explore?
No.
Not at all?
No, I think Reece has left this level now. I think that he's far too good for that. I think the minimum level he would play at is at a really good League One club.